Hey guys, what's going on? Listen, I get a lot of questions about TRT, Testosterone Replacement Therapy, or testosterone in and of itself. I get it from a lot of emails from my Instagram, my Facebook, and people walking up to me at the gym asking me about testosterone. So I wanted to kind of address it. It's kind of the elephant in the room that no one likes to talk about, about steroids or testosterone. Testosterone is not a steroid. It's just a hormone that's in the body, naturally occurring in the body. So let's just get that out of the way. It's not a steroid. And it's something that your body needs. Absolutely, you need it. So what is TRT? Testosterone Replacement Therapy is a therapy in which when your testosterone is low, you take testosterone that's prescribed to you, either injectable or a cream, and use it to get your testosterone levels back up to optimal levels. Optimal levels. Now, what is the range of normal testosterone in men? I don't know the exact range, but it's something from 200 to 1,000 or 1,500 is the range you see on a lot of blood work. Every lab is a little bit different, but it's generally like 100 to 1,000 or somewhere in that neighborhood. Get your testosterone checked. If you're feeling tired, first of all, I'm 54. If you're over 40, your testosterone as you age starts to go down like this. It just goes down naturally. That's a biological fact. Everybody decreases in time with age. Now there's outliers of guys that can be high at 50 than others, and that's true in anything. But for the most part, for the most men that are over 40, testosterone starts to decline slowly over time. It just goes down. And you'll get to a point where it gets very low, and that's when you start getting sexual dysfunctionality where you're not, your sex drive is lower, muscle mass decreases, bone mass decreases, energy levels decrease, sleeping is affected. This is all a result, or a big part of it is lower testosterone level, especially when it comes to muscle mass and bone density, and sex drive too, obviously. So we always want to be all those things. We want to have better. We all want more energy. We all want more muscle mass. We all want more bone density is great, right? And we all want more sex drive. Who doesn't want that, right? And more energy levels, right? More mental acuity. All of those things come from a good optimal testosterone level. Full disclosure, I'm not a doctor. Everything I'm sharing with you now is my experience with TRT. I've been on it for 20 years or more. And I've been on it since I was in my 40s. Well, I'm 54, so do the math, whatever, probably 40 years. I started around 40, I guess, and give or take. But I've been on it a while, 15 years anyway. And I'm just giving you what my experience is and what it's done for me, okay? So let's just start from that premise right away. Full disclosure, I'm not a doctor, I'm just giving you advice on what I did, giving you my opinion of what works for me, how it works for me. So I'm sure someone can cite many studies to contradict what I'm saying. That's fine. No problem there. I'm just telling you what works for Kevin Blake. Okay, so TRT. How do you get on the path to getting on TRT? Well, the path I took, I went to my family physician. I says, a lot of my friends are on testosterone therapy. Guys, I know this was way back when. And my doctor's like, you really don't need it. It's, heart attacks, strokes, high blood. You hear all the awful boogeyman things about testosterone, taking testosterone, which most of it is just bullshit. It really is. You just research it yourself. You'll see the benefits of testosterone. Now, if you abuse testosterone and you take huge amounts of it, of course you're going to get side effects. Absolutely. You're going to get high blood pressure and edema and all these awful things that can happen to you. Heart enlargement, but I'm talking about therapeutic doses to replace the testosterone you've naturally lost over the period of time as it naturally decreases. Okay, that's what I'm getting at here. I'm not talking about taking massive amounts of steroids or testosterone. You go to your family physician and just request, say, hey, I'd like to get a blood test done to see where my levels are. And he'll order that, and it'll come back, and it'll probably be wherever it falls in that range. It might be 300, and 300 is normal, right? But 300 is low. I mean, that is not a good testosterone level. Mine right now sits around 1,000. That's where I like it to be. I feel fantastic. And I will say, I've been on this stuff 15 years. I've never had one side effect from taking testosterone replacement therapy. Never one time. Not one side effect. Never had heart problems. Never had weight gain or strokes or high blood pressure or any of it's been the opposite. I've gotten better since I've taken testosterone. I'm healthier since you'll be healthier with higher testosterone than very low testosterone. I guarantee you, you'll feel better. So if you have those side effects of low energy levels and your sex drive has decreased, check your testosterone. I guarantee it's probably low, when you get it checked, and if you're over 40, okay, especially. So you go to your doctor, and if they're not willing to give you that, then what I did is I did a Google search, and I looked at these clinics out there that they're hormone clinics, life extension clinics, or something of that nature they're called. And I found a very good one that I've been using for the last 15 years. Excellent company, prescription, FDA approved compounding pharmacies they use to make the testosterone, all legal, all totally legit, no monkey business, right? So you're getting a testosterone that's not only legal for you, it's also very healthy. As you know, it's done in an approved pharmacy, compounding pharmacy, which is very important, versus going to the black market and get it from some guy at the gym that sells it out of his car. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's illegal, number one. And number two, you don't know what you're getting. You may be getting testosterone, but it might not be the dose you want. It might usually severely underdosed. It's not clean. It's not an FDA approved facility, whatever. I would tend to say, don't do that. Try to go the legit way and get it through a doctor, okay? So these clinics are great. Typically how it works is you call in, you get a consultation over the phone. They're going to ask you some questions. Then they're going to order blood work. They send you the requisition in an email form. You go to, like, LabCorp is a national blood draw laboratory chain of labs all over the country. There's a lot of them in Michigan. You just go to one of those LabCorps, you make an appointment, you go in, and you get your blood drawn. They take it, you leave. They send it to them, the results to them, and you get a copy in the email. Once they get the blood work done, you'll have another online consultation, a face-to-face video conference with the doctor from the clinic. He'll ask you some questions, go over your blood work, and at that time, they'll determine if you're a candidate for TRT. Basically, that's how it goes, for most part. And then they mail you your testosterone to you, usually FedEx it to you in a few days. And then you're on TRT, and I'm going to tell you something. I've never felt better in my life on it. I mean, I'm 54. I have the energy levels and the strength and the capacity to do a lot of things that when I was in my 30s, So I definitely think it's worth it. It's not too expensive. It's also, you get the blood drawn twice a year, so just you're monitoring your health while you're on it. So there's really no downside to it. If you have pre-existing conditions, that's something you got to take into account, and that's something they'll go over with you with your doctor. You got heart conditions or kidney problems or liver, then I probably wouldn't suggest doing anything. You got to be careful with that. Again, I'm not a doctor, but that's what it is. A lot of people talk about TRT. It's kind of a, sometimes you say I'm on testosterone. Guys look at you weird, like, oh, you're on steroids. It's not a steroid. It's testosterone. And I think it's just the natural progression. As you get older, it goes down. And I think it's important to replace that and get it to an optimal level. I'm like I said, at around 1,000, and I feel great. I don't have any side effects, no anger issues or anything like that. So it's all been positive for me. So I hope you have the same experience. And I'm pretty sure that you will, but do it the right way. Talk to your doctor, communicate with your doctor, do it legitimately, get a prescription, and take those steps to do it the right way. And I think you're going to be very satisfied with what you find about it, about TRT. There's been a lot of negative things about it. The medical field, for some reason, seems to really be railing against it. The mainstream media and medicine seems to really rail against testosterone, and I don't know why. It's a really weird thing to me. I'm not a political person, but something's up with it, and I don't know what it is. But anyway, do your own research. You can Google it. There's millions of pieces of information about this online. So educate yourself. But I just wanted to throw out there what it's done for me and how it's helped me. And it's not the big, ugly boogeyman that a lot of people make it out to be, okay? Again, it's all about therapeutic doses, not monster doses, all right? So I just want to stress that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Or if you got something to add to the conversation, maybe your experience with TRT, or you've done TRT, or you've got something you want to add about it, or something you didn't like about it, you liked about it, that's fine. We'd like to share all that. Not everyone's going to have the same experience. There's some people that say, I tried TRT, I didn't like it, I had all these side effects. Everybody's going to be different. There's outliers and everything. So I'm not saying that this, but I'm saying as a broad thing for me personally, it's been amazing. It really changed everything about how I feel and my workouts, and from competing in powerlifting and bodybuilding and just every day. So I just wanted to share with you what I feel, because I know there's a lot of guys out there over 40 and they got all these issues, loss of energy, lack of sex drive, lack of interest, depression. There's a whole list of things that low testosterone causes, and it's incredible. It really is. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to take this testosterone and everything in your life is going to become roses and sunny all of a sudden. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying definitely things got better for me 100% from top to bottom on everything that I do. Okay, so coupled with a sensible diet, coupled with training in the gym, doing all those right things, sleeping right, training right, eating right, and then supplementing with good supplements, good food choices, and not drinking a lot of alcohol, all those things. And it can be definitely a great weapon in your arsenal. So with that, if you have any questions, again, just feel free to ask me or email me or leave a comment below. And I will be doing a new video in my new gym, my home gym that I just put together Monday. So we'll be hopefully putting that together Monday. And hopefully we got some good information on that with the power rack and my bench press routine as I get ready for the bench press, the powerlifting championships in Michigan in March. So, okay guys, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.